Greetings and salutations, my name is Kartosael and welcome back to the Ripple Effect multiplayer server. Woo! Oh, hello E3, be gone. Last time I asked you for design choices regarding the base, and I basically gave the choice between 4 different wall designs, and a lot of people were like, oh, alternate 1 and 3. It's not really what I asked, but I tried it and I liked it actually. This is how it looks. I've also added a little bit of ceiling-ish. More about that in a second. This is how it looks right now. Of course, some of these will be replaced with plant pots and whatnot. So it's not finished yet. But the basic, the bare bone design is here. And I like the alternation. Anima Yamis was actually the only one who said, you know, these should be one higher. Of course, now with this design, that does bode a little bit of a problem. So if you do that, like so, it will look really weird. As you can see, because it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Does that look weird? Yeah, because it's 1 up, 2 down, 1 up, 2 down. Though, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we go for a little bit higher? Like, it will be all of them. I do not want to figure out how to do alternation between that. It's busy, relatively. I mean, not like super busy, but not full of AFKs as we usually have. The Noobs is also online and active. Usually when I'm online, I'm surrounded by people who AFK. So having someone actually be there is quite nice for a change. Speaking of the Noobs, I think it was he that suggested we should fill these in with a lattice work. Just a bit of fencing to... I think it's going to record to tie it all in, and I don't have enough spruce to show that what he meant. So guess I'll do that. I have figured out a way to make sure that this is correct, unless of course this is not a right number. But that's a way to build fences. Split them in 5 stacks. Last time I believe I was trying to cut that out and completely failed doing it. So yeah, this will be the lattice work. And because it just doesn't connect, it looks really weird. I don't really like it. So sorry. Good idea. It didn't work out. So that's the wall design. For now we'll just go with the lower hanging mid pieces. If most of you are like, nah, perhaps the high one is better after all, then we'll do that, but I don't know, I don't think so. Those will just elongate them, but then I have to redo those blocks, and I'm not feeling much for that, to be honest. Well, that's just being lazy. But I am lazy. So, that took a lot of work, a lot of sandstone. There was actually another sand temple pyramid thing that I think, again, the Noobs, no, but Croc or the Noobs, one of them, I think was the Noobs, raided during a drunken I'm going to play day. So yeah, I really think I mentioned that. I completely destroyed that little temple. It's barely, it's like just an enormous hole in the ground now. Perhaps I'll show it once it's completely dug out. Regardless, I have started on the ceiling first phase. Right now it's pretty bland. It's just wood. I'm curious to see how my base would look once the new textures are in, but that won't be anytime soon, so that's not really something I need to worry about right now, but they're going to change wood in some ways. And just hope it doesn't make it worse. It might. We'll see. I put a little border around it, put these columns in, columns are also far from finished. They're very bland, and it's just my first attempt. I think I'll put some grass in here, like dig this out, lower it one, change those with stairs, and put in a bit of grass and flowers and stuff, just to give it a bit more feeling, I suppose. It doesn't seem to... oh no, it works out. It's just me derping. No worries. So like 3 from there, and 3 from there, and 3 from there, perhaps even 2, depending. But that's all for a little worry. I've also started experimenting with the top layer. Kind of forgot that I need at least a single layer on top of that, because I don't want the top floor to actually show birch. Well, maybe I do, but I want to have that choice, you know. It's hard putting lighting in here when this is just birch, because you'll see it from the bottom. I don't want that. So we've got this layer. I can fill it in with some other material, which also means I need another layer around here. Seems fair enough, right? Right. And after that, I don't know what kind of pattern I'm going for. That was just something I tried out. I might do something like that. Might not. I do, however, you know, I don't want them open like they are now, because knowing me, I'll fall repeatedly. So probably put them with glass and stuff like that. But we'll see about that all in due time. First, what we're going to do, however, is build a little gate, because right now the mobs can just waltz right in, and I do not feel safe about that. No sir. Yeah, that's not the place where it goes up. That is. Because I want to remove this, like so, and change the letters over here. So we can actually make a little corner. Almost. I can place letters. Sometimes. And down we go again. So I bought a shulker box. Bought, yes, I didn't make one myself. I have yet to go to the end, even the ender, which apparently we have. I have yet to finish. Visit. Completely different word. So, about the entrance. The 2 ways we can do the transitions from one room to the next, or one room to a corridor, is keeping this border and it's starting fresh from here, or actually curving this inward, like so. A lot of different blocks. I do have some stairs. Look at that. Like, wow, like so. And then we will have a column over here, and this would just, yeah, it would actually work out perfectly, because it's just, we're not going to like make it right away. This is why I wanted to have that removed. And ye be gone. So that will go like so, and so that, and that. Nope. That, and we'd have a small pillar over here. We'd rip it, and another small pillar. And excuse me, frog in my throat. And then we extend the exterior wall like so. That almost worked out. I really do not like jumping positive things. Oh well. With that, we just a little bit of room. Probably, perhaps, potentially to hide some of the redstone work. Also, it gives a lot less of a sharp transition between the gate and the actual, you know, hall. There we go, words. And then the flooring, I'm out of paper. We can just continue on like this. And we'll put some of these in. Some of these. Shuffling doesn't help. I have no patience. And you're like that, so that. I've placed these down so many times. I kind of got the groove of how to do it. Kinda. Usually, yeah. And add this, and that. And I will add like this part, because I need to produce more purple. And I will be back with you. Here we go, I extended it, I made the purple, etc, etc. I just slapped, so it's checking to see if there are any monsters nearby. Not nearby. Right, so I'm not sure I'm going to keep it exactly as it is now, but well, no, I won't, because this is not how you build a Minecraft gate now, is it? Oh, that was a bit too much digging. And a lot of derping. You need to be gone. You need to be gone. There we go. I might trim these later on, but right now it has to be a 2 wide entrance. Rather lightless though. I'll think of something. For right now, I'm just going to add some torches. Right, and let's get to the actual gate itself. We're of course going to have some sticky pistons. Like so, with a block. The downside of using glass, of course, is that you can see the pistons behind it, but it will look nice once it's closed. And I can actually see my enemies. I could also use like something like stairs, but no thanks. Do I have any sandstone slabs? I do not have any sandstone slabs. So I'm going to need them for the wiring. And bear with me, because I'm going to do redstone on camera. Not particularly something I'm known for. Should I use plain old sandstone, or I think it's probably wiser to use a different block, something that contrasts with sand rather than blend into it. And I think I'll just use cobble, because why not? Alright. Hello, spider. Yeah, I know, right? Just going to grab some cobble. That's not cobble, that's cobble. I seem to have used it for something recently. Can't even recall what. Alright, I was smelting some stone. Eventually I recall things, you know. Eventually. So we're going to do a little bit of wiring. And the gate, it's not high-tech wiring or anything. Not even remotely. But I'm going to do some things that might be interesting. It could very well be, you've like seen it 1,000 times. But perhaps not. And I'll be satisfied with that, perhaps not. So this is the underground. And I'm not sure I'm going to keep it like this, or I'm going to put a stair, or something else fancy, we'll see. So I had this with a design. I was going to use cobble, and it's not like that, I think. No. Jolly good. Just I have an entrance, right? Yeah, redstone, not my strong suit. I like it. It's useful. But it's just not my strong suit. Like so, you need to be gone, and you need to be in my inventory. And you need to get in here. No. Right there. You need to be there. I'm pretty sure I did something wrong. I'll be right back. Right, I checked it and indeed I had made a mistake. Naturally, I needed a block to be right there and right there. Actually, this could probably be a slab, but oh well. And then a slab up there. And there and there. Yeah, that's how it was. And I have no redstone. So eventually, you know, we'll get a signal all the way upstairs. Like that. And that works for some mysterious redstone ambiguous reasons. Be gone with the sand. And then we get the piston over there. You should probably be a slab, just for the sake of it. And yeah, we'll need redstone right there and right there. So yeah, this did need to be a slab or stair. Either will work. And we repeat on this side. A block there, there, slab, slab, more slab. Little staircase up. Oh, is this lower? Oh. And like so. Now, in theory, that's way too much. Actually, that's not enough. There we go. In theory, that should work. If I grab a redstone activation device, commonly known as redstone torch, because I have no others, then they should be closed. Marvelous, that works. See, this looks nice, especially with the Optifine. I can't. This is basically the main reason I'm using Optifine, even though I'm not using shaders all of the time, is because the glass looks so nice. Right. But now, of course, we need ways to open it officially. We need to extend, that, some more, and the main method of opening the gate and vice versa, closing it. I probably should have put that one more. I could have like hooks in here with a small delay. Is indeed tripwire hooks. So let's make the interior first. Got hooks. This helps. Should I put them at that level? They break so quick. Oh, wow. That level. And this is too in your face, you know. I'll put it there. And then tripwire connected. And now we go down. Lovely, lovely extra sand. We'll never mind that. Let's see. There should be. We've got the gate right here. Then they should be right there. Now, are these blocks transparent, yes or no? That's an interesting question. In other words, well, I actually do believe that needs to be full. Yes, they will connect through the lamps. Oh, that's amazing. That's not as amazing. There we go. I need more space. Well, that was quick. And go over here and we need what is commonly referred to as a monostable circuit, which basically means we shorten the actual pulse length to a pulse of 1. I'm out of redstone. Did I only take a little, or did I just use it all? I'll be right back. Now I will be out of redstone any day soon. I have thankfully plenty of the stuff, so that helps. So a monostable circuit, for those who are familiar with it. I forgot the repeater, yay. There's always something I'm forgetting when working with redstone. At least one something. So the way this works is you have a redstone signal leading into a block beneath a sticky piston. By the way, when using redstone, I like to use blocks that are starkly different from what I'm building to put my redstone on, and a block that's slightly different to show me which blocks actually move. Just remember, this block is on a sticky piston and will in fact move. So I know that it's crucial that this has room above it. Now, we do it like that, and that. We need a repeater, because here it sends in a weak redstone signal into the block. Weak because it's just redstone, and weak signals can only be propagated using a repeater. A repeater sends out a strong signal, so if I put a repeater here, well, first and foremost, it wouldn't connect, probably. It might, but I'm not going to take the gamble. And then using redstone wire here would be great, because strong signal can be propagated through weak media. Anyway, the block is powered, the power goes to the repeater, that's the first tick. The second tick of the game time, this piston realizes, oh, I am being powered through this block, and extends, which stops the repeater from being powered, because the piston is technically a transparent block and thus does not propagate redstone signal, nor does it block it, like the lamps. They also don't block this line, oddly enough. But hey, it works. Which means that the piston is extended and continues to obtain power, because it's still powered, but this no longer does. And that should work, in theory. Now, let's test it in practice. It actually works. Huh. That doesn't happen very often. And I can see I need a different block there, because that looks really weird. Do I have purple slabs? I can make purple slabs. Let's make some purple slabs. All the random blocks you end up with when building. Right. Is there an easy way to reach those blocks? Yeah, actually there is. Look at that. There we go. Much better. And this basically turns the entire door in a T-flop. So it stays that way. And for a second you can see the big design behind it, but it works. That's good enough. I'm no redstone genius. I can build things that work, and that's about it. So we can now open and close it from the inside, but not yet from the outside. And I'm going to work on building something similar to that over here. And I'll be back once I did. There we go. It now triggers both ways. And in order to do that, I had to extend the pattern out, which also gives us outdoor lighting. Haha. It looks like a mess right now. So this is what we used to have, and this is what got added. Now, it looks a lot more messy, but basically this is exactly the same as we have here. So over here we have it in one neat line, and over here we do not. because here it goes around a little corner. And I have to do that in order to be able to connect the wire over here. Now, this block is superfluous, as is this block. But not this block. Actually, yeah, it is. Because I have a repeater over there. Oh, that's so much better. This repeater is over here in order to prevent signals, like signal from over here and then entering the block and messing everything up. And we of course have a curve over here, because if I would do it over here, it will connect the two systems and badness would transpire. The block I had over here was in order to prevent them connecting. As you can see here, it will not connect. Without the block it will, but as soon as you put a repeater there, the problem is solved. Important thing about these systems, the repeater really does need to be set on one tick. I tried to put it on 2 ticks, because those 2 repeaters counted up our 2 ticks, but that doesn't work. Just putting that down. This is all very simple, well, relatively speaking, very generic. That it certainly is. It works, but you know, nothing special about it. However, when I'm working over there, like inside, and it's night, I don't want monsters to just be able to enter. No, I do not. Also explains the entire use of this little guy, because what I'm going to do is, first off, I need to excavate a lot more and add a little bit of redstone, like so. I still hear that zombie, and I should, did you turn these into a night light again? There was a way to turn a daylight sensor into a night sensor. I think it will be on the redstone. Daylight. There was a way, but I can't for the life of me recall it. Amazing, we'll just have to invert the signal then. Not quite sure where I'm going to place it just yet. For right now, I guess I'll put it somewhere over here, I don't know. Yeah, for right now, let's not make it too complicated. Book be gone. Well, it's not really something that moves, now is it? Let's put that over there. Light sensor there. Well, that doesn't work the way I want to. No, it does not. Why doesn't it? Ah, there we go. So as long as it senses light, it will send out a redstone signal. Of course, the further away I do this, the stronger this, the sooner it will turn off this torch, or well, turn on the torch. As soon as it's night, it doesn't need to be, or is it just like strength? Yeah, it seems to be strength. Yeah. So it does need sunlight. What did I break? Too much. I am not surprised. Gosh, where did I break something now? Oh, right over here. That's not too bad. I hope. Let's see if it still works. It works. Great. I haven't messed anything up. So the point of repeaters, if you take away, if you put in a signal, you should lock them. If I am correct. I am not. Why aren't I? Oh, you need to put a repeater into it, don't you? Yeah, there we go. So because it now has a signal, artificially night, it will not allow to open. And I'm safe. Of course it's day, so I am allowed to open. There we go. It's a little trick to make sure that no baddies come in when you don't want them to. Come on. Of course, it does come with its own distinct disadvantages. Like, I can't get in. That's a disadvantage, right? So of course we need to fix that as well. And we'll do that rather simply using a button. And where are we going to place the button is going to be a tough question, really. Because we can't really put it on there, it works on exactly the same system. We need the button someplace else. If we put it over there, can't put it on those pylons because we'll just mess with that completely. Put it over here, but then the gate needs to be extended even further just to hide the redstone mechanical work going on. Is that a bad thing? Not per se. But like, I would have redstone over there going down, which means we need another pillar, which actually, you know, if this wasn't sandstone but concrete, like sandstone, concrete, sandstone, that might actually just work. So let's try and go with that. And if you want a signal to travel down, you need full blocks. Up you can do slabs like that. Down, however, you need full blocks. Now, what the logic behind that is, do not ask, for I do not know. Then again, looking for logic in Minecraft, yeah. Good luck. Really no point is there. But this is slowly but surely becoming quite the maze. Not amazing. That was such a lame joke. I'm sorry. I truly am. So we have a redstone signal coming down over here. I have no idea how I'm going to access that. I can't. So we're going to make a little roundabout. Well, I'm going to make it a long way round, not necessarily a roundabout. Over yonder. And not like that. We'll have another piston, another I'm going to move block, and another repeater, really. Like so. This should work, I hope. There we go. Now that signal takes a lot longer to reset. But because these are all the triggers are on separate monostable circuits, means that I can push this, run in. Oh, yeah. As you can see, they all trigger independently, regardless of the length of the signal I am actually using. This is a long signal, but they can still trigger that and that because they are all on different channels, basically. Now, I might just put a button there for symmetry's sake, but it would not be functional. So that is our front gate. I am, of course, going to work on a way to make that look a bit more pretty. I might even try and... Yeah, it's going to be difficult to put the daylight sensor in here because this is actually empty space. If I'm going to make it a bit more elaborate. So yeah, that is certainly something I'm going to work with. Of course I need to add that into my wall as well. So at the very least, hello block, you serve no purpose. Huh. The wall needs to go out to here, which of course gives me a lot of space in here to, you know, work out where to place the daylight sensor or nightlight sensor. I'll have to see how I make a nightlight sensor because that would save so much space. I could just put it right over there. But alas, regardless, thank you all very much for watching. I will keep it at this for now, and I do hope to see you again in the next episode. Goodbye.